Okay, that is a diesel air heater. Many of you have the aqua hot system that I used to have in this. I forget the specific numbers, but as much as I repaired it and maintained it, the repair costs and maintenance costs, and eventually what happened, is the lines got holes in them, and it was just a mess. And I'm not going to replace it with an $8,000 unit. So I gutted the whole thing. Took the whole thing out, took all the heating lines out and everything, and did research on these. So what this is it is a diesel burner, and it passes air inside here, heats it up inside here, and passes it out through these distribution hoses here. That's literally what it does. Since I've got a 200-gallon fuel tank, I have virtually an endless supply of heating capacity. This thing heats up our entire RV on the low setting. You know, it's just insane how efficient this thing is at burning diesel fuel. The installation can be kind of a pain because you have to drill a hole in the floor. I've insulated mine here just so I don't have too much heat loss and all that, and it goes out here. So I would say I definitely recommend these little diesel heaters. If you have a van, get the smallest diesel heater you can, because these things put out. I forget what this thing's rated with, but my goodness, this is like the average size, whatever that would be, and it will heat up the whole RV on a low to medium setting, even in the cold, like freezing outside. So be wary of that when you're choosing these things. They really put out a lot of heat. They also say the best thing you can do before you shut them down is to run them on the highest setting you can, just to burn off any soot from the inside, because running them on a low setting can sometimes build up soot in the combustion chamber, and it becomes less efficient later on. You have to clean it out. But overall, get these little diesel heaters. They're cheap. They're Chinese made. I know, Chinese everything. But they are extremely good at heating up RVs. And if you're good at drilling into your RV and chopping it up like I am, these things will put out some awesome heat. So last thing I would say about this is a plastic housing. There's one that's white that has a metal housing. I would spend the extra money and get the metal housing, and also get the whole installation kit. It comes with all the little brackets and hoses and all the stuff that would come with it. Just get that. The downside of these heaters is how they receive fuel. There's a tiny little fuel pump that pushes fuel into this heater, and that little pump isn't on all the time like a rotary pump. It's like firing a piston. So when it goes thunk, 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 and it reverberates through your whole RV when it's first starting up. If you put that little pump under your sleeping area, it will go thunk, thunk, thunk all night, and it will drive you insane. So my pump is at the very front of my RV. Our sleeping area is at the very back of the RV, so we don't even hear it when we're sleeping, and mine's pretty well isolated on a rubber mount and everything. So just know the downside of replacing your $8,000 aqua hot with a $100 diesel heater is you might get a thunk, thunk, thunk based on where that pump is located for this thing. So anyway, it's another cool thing. I dig it. I'll talk to you. Bye.